You couldn't really tow a trailer with the EB1, at least we never tried to. The EB1 was more of a sports car. But having this huge vehicle, by the way, it actually weighs less than the Mini E. Having this huge vehicle means you can load 5 people in plus 1,000 pounds of tools plus haul a trailer, and you know, you're not something like that, which is a gas guzzling pickup truck. So here we are in the beautiful city of Yorba Linda. This is our first stop. It is really a peaceful, beautiful city. It was even more beautiful before they put in all the development, of course. So here we're at the Center for Regenerative Studies at Cal Poly Pomona. You know, we're not charging because we don't need the juice right. You can see the solar panels integrated in with all the bushes, and there's another solar panel set up in there. I mean, it doesn't create, it creates electric without a lot of exhaust gases and things. There's always more food than you can eat here. There's another solar panel set up. There's always more food than you can eat here at the center. There's so much land, and it's so easy to grow food. You know, it's sort of a lesson for all of us. Not even counting the aquaculture, where they grow tilapia and other fish. Solar hot water. All these dorms are designed with passive heating and cooling in mind. Electric vehicles. They only have these little golf carts, of course, but that's all they have. More solar panels. And here's exhibits. We're going to make this into a golf course until the students stopped it and saved the black walnut habitat. These are black walnut trees. Some of them can be 1,000 years old. They're designed to withstand fires. They burn down to the roots and then they come back. So in the midst of this urban area, you can find this paradise. And this is an interesting project here. This is a house that could be built from Home Depot, but it includes a number of regenerative systems. Because that's what this is, the John T. Lyle Center for Regenerative Studies. So this is a solar space heater. As John T. Lyle was a professor of landscape architecture, and he had this brilliant idea that the university should figure out, bring the resources of a great university to figure out how it would be possible for students to live using so-called regenerative systems. Systems that didn't just last for 7 generations, but that had within themselves the capacity for their own regeneration, their own rebirth. And those are solar and wind, and that's what we see here, plus passive heating and cooling. This is the solar hot water heater. Now this is the solar hot water heater. Here it's black, and there's this reflective thing. You know, a bunch of hose wires, and then you have a solar hot water heater. This is the solar space heater. It's a bunch of vinyl. You know, these walls are not cement. They're cement mixed with paper mache. Those portholes are designed to assist with heating and cooling also. There's the sleeping loft, you know, so it's sort of like a one-room shack, but it's very sturdy. It's built into the mountain, and it's actually very cool in here, and it feels very cool. It smells good. There's the battery backup system, so that even if you were in a wilderness area and you built one of these houses, you know, which you might build for maybe $2,000, you know, in a hillside that's otherwise unused, you would have electric power. Enough to run a fan and lights and a television and computer and stuff like that. This is set up now for 12 volts. We were going to use 4 batteries. I don't know why they're only using 2. But you really don't need a lot. There's 2 kilowatt hours in these batteries. And, you know, to run a fan, a couple of fans and a little pump.
This house has a lot more of the brick and mortar. Now this house is constructed, I believe these bricks are made out of old newspaper.
That's right. These are paper mache. They're not just concrete. It's a mixture of concrete and plaster. I mean plaster and paper mache. I thought it was concrete, but it's really an amazing material. It's very.
I wonder who, you know, Veronica's boyfriend before he became her husband, was studying formulas to make this.
Really?
Yeah.
See, and I like this thing. This is how you use broken concrete with this really heavy-duty stuff. All of this is obtainable at hardware stores. Notice the sleeping loft, because at nighttime it's cold, so you want to be high up. You know, and then you use your space heater to increase the temperature up there. Even in a snowy area, you know, the ground, even up in Big Bear, a basement stays 55 degrees. There's the panels, the 5 panels that were otherwise unused. Old tires filled with stuff, and you can actually have part of them as a garden in the center. You know, so they're not only are they a foundation, but they're also a garden. Rooftops should be used. Every rooftop is a solar generator.
On one side it's your
On one side is solar power, and the other side they have food crops. Every place you see solar power is a potential revenue generator.